Good day, everybody. Heuntz here, and welcome back to History Talk Farm. So sit back, relax, grab a snack, open up a history book, and get ready to yell at your screen. Well, maybe not so much as yell, but ask some very pointed history questions. And maybe you might learn something, or you might teach me something. So remember, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, show your love, and don't forget to leave your comments down below asking or telling your favorite history question. Now, I had so much fun talking about the Native American history for Warlock Adash in last episode that I kind of want to continue that on into the 1800s. Because I have a feeling that might be what Warlock Adash is trying to get at. Because sometimes the 18th century, you do mentally think it's 1800s. Maybe not. Maybe I'm talking all out of my bum. But I do find it pretty interesting. So we will get into what Native American society, culture, experiences were during the 1800s. Now, for the game itself, our Stardew Valley farm, because even though we're a history talk show, we still have to play Stardew Valley, but make a profit and survive on a farm. Weather report. Tomorrow is going to be beautiful and sunny. I think today was raining. That's all talking about me. And spirits are happy, happy, happy. That means if it is raining, and it is, yay, allows weird noise, we can go mining and it should be pretty successful. We also have a lot of crops up and growing. And this is the perfect time to do what I wanted to do, which was to make a couple of chests. So we have one. Fishing. Let's do one more. So, one here. So what I want to do is have one fish. I was looking at the fish. One chest for foraging, one chest for veggies, and one chest for fruit. That's what I really want to do. So let's go to the foraging chest, which will be over here. So it takes the leek, the daffodil, and that's about it. Fishing takes the coral, the sea urchin, and the fish. Our random chest of goodies. Now let's start organizing this. This will be vegetables. So let's take out all the foraging goods. And it does tell you what the things are, which is nice. And foraging chest is over here. Should make inventory management a little bit easier. Now all the fruits, which we actually don't have that much. Seriously, we don't have that much fruit. My fruit is more of a summer. And then we have all of our veggies. Actually, veggies and flowers. Ooh, we might need a new chest for flowers later on. But right now, not so much. Which is fine. Now, let's start harvesting all of our crops. It should be quite a bit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. So let's check. Oh, that's fish. Veggies. We got some kale. We got quite a bit of silver kale, so we can sell that. Got potatoes. We got green beans. Got potatoes. So we got quite a few gold potatoes, a few green beans, a lot of kale, and quite a few silver items that we could sell. We get gold strawberry. We sell hats. Ooh. There's a hat shop now. Okay, we got our goods. These plants are still growing. We have strawberries, so we're basically done farming for a little while. Which is good. Well, the main thing, I want to get to 2,000 gold before, so I'd say the 27th. Because I want to get the upgraded watering pail for the spring. Not spring, summer, excuse me. We do need our sword. We are going back to the caves. Try and get a bit lower down in the mines. Ooh, nice. Ooh, a gold horseradish. Wow. There's a lot of horseradishes here. And some leaves. Ooh, nice. Good foraging. So, last episode, when we were discussing the 1700s Native American culture, we looked at how there's a lot of resistance by Native Americans against European incursion into their territories. Oh, wow. Oh, that's a lot of copper. Talk about the luck of the Irish there. See anything else down here we might want to pick up? Doesn't look like it. Oh wow, so much copper. Definitely a lucky day. But yeah, so we saw Native Americans resisting by both allying themselves with European powers, but also going to war against not only Europeans, but as well as other Native American tribes. But by the end of the 1800s, not 1800s, 18th century, excuse me, 1700s, there is a new power in North America, and that is the United States of America. Ah, there's nothing there. They usually have coal in that chest. So that's kind of sad. Wow. All the copper. Oh. And, ow. We critted him. Nice. Ooh. Oh god, I hate these things. I truly hate these flying bugs. They're like, sound awful and the most annoying things ever. Oh, hey. Talk about luck. Wow. Okay, we found 2 stairways down to the next floor. I did not expect that. Oh, hello. Ow. That thing's kind of annoying. Good, we got a yam from him. Nice. That's a fall treat. Ow. Stupid rock crabs. Ow, stop attacking me. Come on, die. 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 Aw, nothing. But, so there's a new... Oh, wow, so much copper. I'm trying to talk, and I see so many nice things. No. 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 Oh god, there's 2 of them. Oh god, this sound. Alright, so with a new world, well, continental power in the United States of America, the Native American tribes did not only have to deal with European influences, but a new, closer to home, European-styled power, aka United States of America. What will happen during the 1800s is the United States of America will try and expand their influence over Native American society and actually push them out of a lot of their territory. So you'll find, during the 1800s, conflict between the Native American Society, and America. Aw, nothing. Oh god, no. Really? Why? Come at me. Rohan. Leave me alone. Seriously, those things are so bloody annoying. Let's see, at least we're getting a lot. No! Stop attacking me! Seriously, things will not stop. Hey, we got Geo from that one. Okay, the stairs down. Hey, we got to the next floor. Nice. Oh god. If you don't know what these are the things that turn into those worms. So I'm very happy we killed them. Taking a lot of health damage, but oh, good lord. You know what? There's too many of those things. I'm getting annoyed by them. Let's head out. We got to a new floor. That's nice. And we'll spend the rest of the day fishing. Alright. So, what's going to happen is, well, remember the proclamation of 1764, which made by England, of course, onto the colonies that they could not pass the Appalachian Mountains west. Well, with the War of Independence for the U.S., there was no more proclamation of 1764. So they could go wherever they wanted. Well, outside of course, their territorial boundaries, but they really could go wherever they want. To begin the 1800s, that is about to change. In 1803, the United States completes the Louisiana Purchase with France, which means they purchase all of French territory that's west of Mississippi. Now, the main goal of that purchase was actually just to buy the port of New Orleans from Napoleon, who is now the ruler of France, because France was in debt from all of its war and revolution. Napoleon was okay with getting rid of New Orleans, but he also wanted a bit more money. So he said, you guys can purchase all of our Louisiana territory, which was not just, of course, Louisiana, but it was all French territory west of the Mississippi, which went from New Orleans up to Michigan and Minnesota, all the way west to Idaho. That's how much territory Louisiana Purchase was. It cost quite a bit of penny for the United States currency, but now the United States has all this Indian land. The federal government also outlaws liquor sale to the Native Americans. Why is that important? Because now you have the federal government telling all white or citizens of the United States that you cannot trade with Native Americans in certain goods, which prohibits both trade, contact, currency, communication, and also puts the Native Americans at a lower standing of society to everyone else, because now they are prohibited from getting certain goods. That's a lot reading into it, but that now, when you can look back, that is the first stepping stone of making Native Americans not just a minority, but a lower class of individual to the Americans, to the colonials, the United States, which with that change of mentality will allow exponential abuse of Native Americans by stripping their land, going to war, kidnapping their children, and forcing them to convert to either Protestantism or just a more white central cultural identity. So this is a huge change. And that's what's going to happen to the Native Americans. They will lose many, many cultural identification, land, society, everything will change in the 1800s. 1700s was about resistance. The 1800s is about destruction, which is really, really sad. So with the 1802 abolishing of sale, with 1803 the buying of the Louisiana Purchase, this starts the grand campaign of the United States of America to expand into all Native American territories. That begins with, of course, the Lewis and Clark expedition, where they go out to find out not only what is out in the West, because even though French had owned Louisiana territory, they really didn't map it and had no idea what was actually out there, because they had a small presence. They basically had the land, they just did nothing with it. What Lewis and Clark do, they go out into the territory under President Jefferson. They had to chart everything that was out there. They had help with some Native American Indians. One being the Shoshone Indians, Sacagawea, which a lot of Americans might or might not know, with the Lewis and Clark expedition. But I think now most Americans who get basic American history classes know that. So what happens with this expedition? Well, the Lewis and Clark make a budding relationship with a select few of Native American societies, one being the Sioux. And if you go out to Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, you will find a pretty big Sioux population reservations. So they're still in their home states, quotation marks. Now they don't have the power they once had, or the dignity. Well, I don't want to say dignity. It's oh, it's late in the game. They don't have the standing that they once did. But with the connection of the Lewis and Clark expedition, the Sioux Indians prosper. With the newfound wealth and backing of the United States government, they expand their territory to far-reaching plains lands. So the Sioux who were big tribes, they get a lot bigger and more powerful, where they push out a lot of their rivals. And what also happens is, in 1804, so Lewis and Clark expedition, 1803, 1804 is the first time that the United States government will seriously start evicting. Oh, I want to go to sleep. Native Americans out of the land. Basically, they made a proclamation that all Native Americans had to be west of the Mississippi. Ooh, level 5 farming. Ooh. So, rancher or tiller? Crops will be worth more, or we can be a rancher and animal products. We haven't gotten to the animal side of Stardew Valley, so let's go tiller and have crops worth more. Ooh, fishing. We can make a recycling machine. Yay. Ooh, we made some gold. Quite a bit, actually. Wow. Okay. That's kind of nice. Only 2 more days left in spring. Ooh. Wow, look at that. So let's put some foraging goods away. Some good items here. Put the fish away. Sell our silverfish. Which that just reminded me of Minecraft. Ooh, we can pick up some crops. Nice, nice. Hey, kitty. Meow. Aw. Lovey-dovey-dovey. We do need the watering pail. Just in case we might get something from those. And tomorrow we don't have to water any of our crops. I don't think we have to... Aww. Water the kitty, though. Wait, is that worms? Hey, it was worms. Wow. Okay. See, we need copper. I think we need 5 copper bar to upgrade our pail. Perfect day to do it because on Tuesday we can actually pick up our pail and start watering everything at a much more efficient pace. Alright, let's go upgrade our pail. We can forage some crops too on the way. Hey, more wormy worms. Ah, just clay. Let's see, to upgrade tools, we have to go to Clint. Oh, we've got to give ore to... Wow. Slime Hunter. Oh, we can do that tomorrow. Alright, let's go upgrade our pail. It's locked. 9 AM. Okay, so 1 round of fishing. So now the U.S. government has forced, or gave the proclamation that Native Americans, Indians, had to be out in western Mississippi. Ah. And what you'll have with this proclamation is, from 1808 to 1812, Native Americans will start to congregate together in fear of U.S. aggression and form one thing called Prophetstown, where Shoshone, a Shoshone chief, gained a lot of Indians together to make a safe haven away from American influence. Doesn't go over too well. U.S. will send troops in and devastate the town and break it up. The U.S. are basically saying, you cannot go against us no matter what, and if you do, we will go to war against you. Which will go on later, where the U.S. will... Ooh, copper water can. Yes, please. There goes all of our money. That is fine. That is fine. Another example of the war will be the Creek War, where the Creek were resisting ceding their land to the U.S. They did not want to, of course, give up the land and go west of the Mississippi. So they said no to President Andrew Jackson, said, we will not leave. You will have to come make us. Well, that's what happens. General Andrew Jackson, ooh, wormies, sends in the U.S. troops and goes to war against the Creek. The Creek Nation is defeated, sadly enough, and they are forced to cede 14 million acres of land. Thus, the U.S. is using the military now to force the Native Americans to leave. And this will lead to the Trail of Tears, which I highly, highly, highly recommend you look up, watch. There's many documentaries out there, it will make you both sick, disgusted, and also intrigued. Hopefully in that order. But also what happens is a lot of the creeks will go down south to Florida, join up with already the Seminoles that are living there, which is, of course, as we saw or discussed last episode, a mixture of Native American tribes and blacks. And this will start the Seminole Wars, so U.S. troops going into Florida to fight against another tribe of Native Americans. And actually, they don't really win any of those wars. The Seminoles will keep going down, 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 down into the Everglades, making it harder for U.S. to claim victory, quotation marks again. And at least like 3 wars, and eventually they do end up losing and get split up. So now there's an East Seminole tribe and a West Seminole tribe. East tribe is still in Florida. West tribe is in Oklahoma, and they really do not like each other. That's going to happen to a lot of tribes. During the 1800s, a lot of them will be forced out west. All those who stay east, they become basically 2 separate tribes now. And they are very, very much against each other. Even now. Even now, they have a lot of infighting. And what else is going on? In California, there's a lot of growth. But what happens with the U.S. is they bring in almost 20,000 Native Americans and force them into a form of slavery in California. So now there's a lot of Native American slaves. Now, not use the word slave, but they are basically slaves. So a lot of Native Americans are losing not only... Ooh, we got iron. Nice. They're not losing their land, their people, their tribes, but they're also losing their freedom. So that's really, really sad. And it's not only through the military, it's also through the courts. It goes all the way to Supreme Court in a case where it's, I believe, one individual versus what was it? It was a case where Native Americans in the 1700s sold land, even though a lot of Native Americans didn't view land as something you can sell, to private individuals. Well, the Supreme Court said that is actually not the case. Native Americans have no control over their land. Their land had no control over their land, and they had no right to sell their land to anybody. Only the U.S. government could sell their land. What? What? Yeah. That happened. Fishing. So of course there's going to be a lot of black blood in that. And what the Supreme Court basically said was, held title to all Indian lands based upon the government. I was going to say, held title to all Indian lands based upon the doctrine of discovery. The belief the initial discovery of lands gave title to the government responsible for the discovery. Backtrack. Discovery. Lewis and Clark expedition was set out to discover what was in the West. Even though Native Americans already discovered, quotation marks, again, this land, because Lewis and Clark discovered it on the behalf of the U.S. government, technically the U.S. government, by the Supreme Court ruling, held control over all this land, even though people were already living on it, because the United States discovered, quotation marks again, they held all power of it, both who can own it, who can live on it, who can farm it, and thus this gives the U.S. power, government control over all of North America. And is the setting stone for the formation of reservations and the U.S. government's authorization and right to force Native Americans off their land and onto the reservations. And if they don't, they can go to war, be prosecuted, and thrown in jail. What? Yeah. How sad and disturbing and disgusting is that? Ooh, what am I doing? Fishy. I'm getting so emotional. I'm losing my fishes. And in 1830, so now, U.S. control of all Indian lands because of right of discovery. And President now, Andrew Jackson submitted a bill to Congress calling for the removal of tribes in the east to lands west of Mississippi. This is known as the Indian Removal Act. And from 1830 to 1840, 1,000 Americans were forcibly removed. Trail of Tears. Again, Trail of Tears. On September 15th, Choctaw signed a treaty. Now, remember, Choctaw were a lot of allies to the English in U.S. colonies. They gave 8 million acres of land east of the Mississippi for land in Oklahoma. So, trading land, which they actually don't have control over, so they can't really trade it. But the U.S. government's doing it to say, hey, look how great this is. They want to move out. Yeah, no. And what also happens is the state of Georgia makes it in 1830 unlawful for Cherokee to meet in council, so that the government of the Cherokee cannot meet up. The people cannot meet up to discuss anything unless, and only unless, it is for the specific purpose of selling land to white individuals. So they can only meet to sell the land. That's it. No law, no order, no communal congregation, but only to sell their land, which of course they couldn't actually sell anyways. And it wasn't called selling, it was called giving. They had to meet to give their land. That's the only reason they could ever meet under the state of Georgia. And after that, the Supreme Court comes back again and declares, ooh, geode, cool, that Native American society, so the Cherokee, the Choctaw, the Sioux, the Shoshone, these independent tribes, or we consider governments or nations, aren't actually nations at all. That's what the Supreme Court's saying, that they're domestic, dependent nations on the United States. That they only survive because they depend on the United States. They're not independent at all. They cannot form their own government. They are dependent on the U.S. government, and it says federal protection of Indian tribes, or the federal trust relationship or responsibility. So the U.S. government has full and complete control over the Indian nations, because the Indian nations, by the Supreme Court, could not control or successfully rule themselves, because they are always detrimental to themselves. That's what the Supreme Court's saying. Yeah, the Indians, Native Americans, lose their identity, the people, the culture, everything to the Americas because of both military, government, and the law. So, that's a huge change in Native American culture. Right there. And 1800s. This is only 1830. There's still 70 more years of subjugation, domination, cultural ruin, separation, integration, everything else you could ever think of, the terrible things, has 70 more years to continue and go on and on and on. There'll be the Wounded Knee, the massacres, destruction, death, genocide, the destruction of Indian Native American culture. It is the worst and saddest thing ever, and it should be taught more in U.S. schools, because it's an eye-opening experience, and to teach us and our future generations, never, ever, ever should we ever do this ever again onto another people or society or culture, especially ones that should be by right and culture our brothers and sisters. We might have come over to colonize this land, or set up trading posts and all that other stuff. They were here first. They helped us survive in the early years by teaching Jamestown all those. And Thanksgiving, they helped us survive the first few years, supposedly. There's a lot of propaganda and influence and everything to Thanksgiving, but hey, always be thankful. So that itself is nice, but they truly should be considered our brothers and sisters. They were here first, we might accept them, but we should be one people, one nation, one happy family. We need to take better care. We did this to them, we should help them out. Ooh. Oh no, wrong way. Well, that's my rant of how I truly feel. So, yeah, that went off on a ranty tangent. I do apologize. But I also don't apologize because it is a very, very emotional topic. Especially for those who study American history, American culture, and our Native American culture as well. I hope it gave you something to think about, viewers. I hope you learned something and will take away at least something that might help your viewpoint. How to calm down after such emotion. Oh, fishing is really nice. That does help you calm. But until next time, guys, we'll keep fishing for a little bit. But remember, hit that like button. If you have any historical questions you want answered, might have this much emotional passion, might not. Food's always passionate. I always love talking about food. Leave those comments and questions down below. You can also hit up our Twitter feed, of course. And if you want to know what that is, it's down below. Same with in the description, our live streaming, which we'll try and get to a regularly weekly basis on Friday nights at 9 p.m. on our Mixer channel. 9 p.m. being Eastern Standard Time. Also, if you want to know the upload schedule of our channel, again, check out our Twitter feed. It's pinned at the top what the most reliable upload schedule will be for the channel for the month of August. But, oh, new achievement, Mother Catch. Oh. Catch 10 different types of fish. No, catch 100 fish. Oh my, we have caught 100 fish. And for that, we'll end it here. Until next time, my wonderful fellow History Talk farmers. Wait, it's like, why can't we go to sleep? Until next time, later alligators. Wow. We really did a lot of fishing. Holy cannoli. Holy. Some moly. Wow. Okay, that's cool. Awesome. Fantastic. Amazing. Woo. 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 That rooster.